Is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here, and I know that just based off the title, man, you could probably have a couple questions like, why is there no live reaction, man? I'll let you know in just a second, but before I do that, man, I want to make this announcement at the beginning of the video. Before I left for my vacation, I recorded an hour-long recon piece, which included how I felt and how I felt about One Piece at the time. Just a bit of rambling on One Piece, but how I would prepare for it on the plane, and just what it meant to me at that point in time. What your guys' comments on the previous video really meant to me. And then at the end of the video was my pirate crew tag, which I did, and I had a lot of fun with that as well, man. But that hour-long recon piece is ready. All I have to do is just put it together and render it and then put it out to upload. So if you would like to see that episode of the Recon's piece, yeah, I guess it's like a classified episode, man. It's one of the lost files, which isn't actually lost, but it's lost to YouTube. But if you actually still want to see that Recon's piece, even though it is before this chapter came out, let me know, man, and I will upload it as like a lost files of the Recon's piece or something, man. I don't know, but just let me know if you would like to see that episode of the Recon's piece being uploaded. But aside from that, man, guys, you already know what time it is, man. It's time to talk about the best-selling manga in history! The third best-selling comic of all time, man. And the series that truly did help me while on my plane ride, man. So tell you what, man, there was a couple of bumps. We were up there, man. You never know what's gonna happen if you're up in the skies, man. You're soaring through the skies. You have your goggles on, man. You're looking around. You're like, where is he? I can't find him. Where is the bearer of big news? I'm searching for him. Nothing's turning up in the goggles, man. Where could he be? Where could he be? And then my sensors, they were going off. They were going crazy. Like, I know where to find him. God himself was like, son, I know where to find him. And I said, where? And he said, in One Piece. Ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about One Piece chapter 869. Now, you're probably wondering why this is a discussion/review video, not an actual live reaction. The reason for this is because I couldn't help myself, man. I greatly do apologize. It is my fault. I was selfish. I know that you guys will wait for my live reactions, man. But I truly do apologize, man. I truly do, man. I lower my head. Because on that Thursday morning, I woke up. I went to this amazing place, man, that had some of the most bomb breakfast you could ever have in your entire life, man. And while I was eating it, my brother brings up the fact that it's Thursday, and I was like, Whoppies? And I was like, do I do it? Do I do it? I brought up my phone and I said, I gotta do it, man. I have to do it. I was marking out, man. I'm talking about from the beginning of the chapter to the end of the chapter. There was so many moments that I was just like, I almost choked on my food a couple times, man. I kid you not. Like, dude, there was so many panels, man. We'll get to it, but I was like, oh, man. As a man who loves the Vin smokes, bro, you already know, man. I wanted to die everywhere, bro. I just wanted to, like, jump. I wanted to just take my chair, because I was sitting on a stool, man. And I just wanted to kick it over, man, and just, like, in the height, bro, because I couldn't take it anymore, bro. But here I was, man. I was eating my pancakes, man, drinking that nice orange juice, man. I'm like, bro, what do I do? One Piece is too GOAT. So whenever One Piece is too GOAT, and I have nobody to talk about One Piece being GOAT with, because my phone wasn't working at the time, due to a horrible signal, I said, there's only one thing to do. Reread One Piece. And I did it 2 times. 3 times, as a matter of fact. I read it the first time and then I reread it 2 times. Good Lord, man. This chapter, bro. This chapter, man. But once again, I apologize to anyone who's looking forward to a live reaction, but I already read it, bro. I already read it, man. Listen to me, bro. Hold on, man. So, whenever I got on YouTube, whenever I got back home, and the very first thing that I saw was a non-stop, I'm talking about from the beginning to the end, a couple wrestling videos in there, but all I saw was, go, go, Power Rangers, do, that, man. I saw Mighty Morphin, man. I saw people who were talking about the Green Ranger, the Red Ranger, the Pink Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, the Rainbow Ranger, God knows what Ranger it is, man. The Park Ranger, man. You wanna see a Park Ranger? You go down to the park, man, and he's over there, and he's not wearing a suit, and you're disappointed, man. He's just a regular Park Ranger. They're not Power Rangers, man. Alright, now, but when it comes to the Vinsmokes, alright, and I understand the parallels between the Power Rangers and whatnot, man. And I can't deny that with the colors, it does make it seem like that. But for me this week, the first thing I thought of was not the Power Rangers. It wasn't. When I saw them transforming this week, bro, why I got so hyped, aside from it being a beast moment for the Vinsmokes, man, aside from me seeing a nude rage, I mean, you know, a thirsty man like myself, you know what I mean, guys? I mean, glorious, man, glorious, like Bobby Roode, glorious, you know, it was legendary. But that wasn't all, man. So listen to me, bro. Let me pull up this panel right quick, bro. Look at this. So they're coming in here, and you see right here, all of them have this thing that comes up on their arms. And whenever it started spinning, and they started transforming, the very first thing that came to my mind was not Power Rangers, bro. No, not the Green Ranger. You know, I had the Green Ranger whenever I was younger, man. That was the only Ranger I ever owned. But I messed with that thing, bro. That thing has no arms and no legs. It's somewhere probably still in this house. But I destroyed it with my Hulk Hogan action figure, my Stone Cold action figure, my Goku action figure, my Cell action figure. That thing got pummeled. It was always like, I treated that, you know, whenever you play a fighting game or whatnot, and you go in there and you pummel the living flag nards out of it, man. Like, that your practice dummy. That's what the Green Ranger was to me. I destroyed it. I loved Power Rangers as a kid. But I knew damn well the Green Ranger was taking a hard L to Hulk Hogan. He was taking a hard L to Goku. You know what I mean? So it was just the way it was. But the first thing that I thought of when I saw them with this transforming, man, I thought of this, bro. I thought of Wings, son. I thought of Gundam. Like, I saw them going up in there, and I understand, bro. But when I saw that thing, man, the robotic thing, and when I saw that panel, I was like, Duo? Hero Yui, man, where is Marquise? Like, I got mad eye, bro. And man, this panel right here, that has like the double page spread of them post-transform, oh my god, bro. Like just let me nut right there, man. I'm like, legendary panel, bro. They looked so mother flippin' beast, son. I'm talking about, I was marking out, man. Marking out. And then the panel after this, the panel after this, I actually kept as the background of my wallpaper for a day. I only kept it for a day because I wanted to put Kyokai back on there, but I had to keep this, bro. There's no way I couldn't. Look at this page, bro. Sparking Red, Dengeki Fuyo. You have the entire family going in. Poison Pink, bro. This is top 5 panels. You gotta look up there, bro. In this same panel, you get Smoothie and Nami, bro. It's like, how does a man contain himself? How does one do it, bro? Then you see Yonji right here, man. And you're just like, by the gods. But this next page is what took it from that millennium to the following millennium, bro. When I saw this panel right here, man, give me a copyright strike. I don't give a flying flag, nards, man. Look at that panel right there, folks. You see that panel right there? You see that panel? That is Pudding, and she is reacting to the legendary Sanji and Nami greatness. Look at that. Look at the goddess herself. Look at Nami. And then look at the goat, the Vinsmoke, the man who gets poon, the poon in the sheets. My boy cooks upstairs, man. He is the goat if you smell what he's cooking. Sanji, the goat, Vinsmoke, bro. Look at it. I want you to stare at it. Let's zoom out and let's go back in. Stare at it. You know, just like whenever you're putting it in, you gotta go in slowly. You gotta ram it inward afterwards, bro. Look at it. Son, when I saw that panel, if I would have had signal, first of all, I would have put on that praying emoji, and right next to it, I would have said, I apologize to anyone who gets spoiled by this panel, but I do not give a flying flag, nards. And I would have made that my profile picture. I promise on everything, on both Twitter and Facebook, I would have been, I don't care anymore. Because that panel right there, after everything that we've gone through in this arc, with all of the garbage, with all of the stuff that Sanji's had to go through, man. And everything, when Nami was so mad at him, but to the point of tears, I couldn't believe that Sanji was saying all the stuff they did back whenever he faced Luffy. You know, all that, man, all those emotions, man, hitting you all at once. And for him to come back here and actually hold her in his arms, man, knowing how much Sanji loves her. That had Nami's violence, bro. That panel made it for me, man. Amazing panel, bro. It was an awesome panel for Sanji, an awesome panel for Nami, and it's, you know, not even just because I love Nami, bro, but it it was a feel-good moment overall in the series. To have Sanji finally, like have a smile out of Nami, man, holding her in his arms, man. Because you know how much it hurts Sanji, bro. Back in chapter 844, man, you know how badly it hurt him. And to see him have this awesome moment, man, it hit home for me, bro. It hit home for me. Those 2 pages right there were for the pages of the chapter for me, bro. I can't deny it. Those 3 pages, or I should say 4 pages back to back. With the transformation sequence, man, Reiju the goddess, man, that panel was heaven sent. But they were out here transforming, man. I was marking out that legendary double page spread, bro. And these guys, Germa 66, it looked like it was a Titantron, bro. Like whenever you look up a Titantron or like a transformation in a video game. You know, whenever like you transform in a game and it'll, you know, on the bottom, it'll like showcase what the transformation is and what your abilities are now. Like that kind of thing, man. And yo, it was just so awesome. The way the black looked. It was just, this battle is godly, bro. It's amazing. But in the following panel, just seeing them all go in after all this stuff that Vince Milkers have had to go through, bro, in this arc. And I love these guys so much, man. To see them going in there like swimwear, son, just made me so happy, man. Just made me really, really happy. But, and this panel right here was super goat. I really like this panel right here. This panel right here with Capone in his castle. Both like looking down and shooting, dude. That was a beast panel, man. But guys, man, I'll tell you what, bro. This week's chapter of One Piece, truly, I mean, my hype levels were like on a million. They were on a million. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple of other things that I really enjoyed and want to discuss in the chapter. But first, so let me go ahead and reset right quick before we get into anything else, man, because I found this to be absolutely hilarious, and Oda using his legendary facial expressions made this even funnier. This man Dufeld is worse than those looters that you find in games, man. You know, when you're playing your games, man, and you have like those boxes that you have to open, man. You know, you get some loot out of it, man. Or if it's flipping Overwatch, man, you get some nice stuff out of it. But you know, they always have those jackasses, man. You know, they care about nothing but the loot, and they will do anything means necessary to get this loot. Anything means necessary to get this loot, man. That's the most important thing to them. To get some more armor, to get some more items, some more money, whatever the case may be. That's the most important thing to them, and they will screw anybody else over to get this. This man Dufeld is one of those people. This man Dufeld is one of those people. And my man states, my. You know, like he's Ryukin. My. The famed secret treasure itself. I mean, he got hyped, bro. My boy looks like, he's over here untying it, man. He's thinking about his dreams. He's thinking about the future he's going to have with this thing, man. He's thinking about, I'm a pound Stussy, bro. I'm going to put in my little chubby chode inside of Stussy, man. He's hyped, bro. He's ready, man. He's like, I'm gonna count my chickens, man. I'm gonna have my money, man. I'm gonna take all this mochi with me. I'm gonna just swallow it all, man. He's hyped, bro. My boy Dufeld is ready to go into like swimwear. And he states, I doubt anyone will see me open this after having carried it all the way out here. The Tamate Bako. And he says, oh, coo, what a wonderful chaos. This is the perfect chance to swap out the contents of this thing, and then, like an idiot, this man, I mean, it's not his fault. He got shook by Big Mom. But he drops the Tamate Bako box all the way. I mean, the man drops it all the way off the top of the damn dirty cake. All the way. And we know it's going to be something that's going to be addressed here in the coming future, because Oda doesn't put anything there for no reason. So that's going to add along to everything else that's already happening. But the facial expression found right here, guys, with Dufeld with his cigar coming out, man, he's shook. He's absolutely shook. His hopes and dreams went with that thing, man. You know what I mean? Like my boy was dreaming about the future. It's like, you know, whenever you're watching, you know, one of those old movies or something, and like they get like to their prize that they always wanted to get, and then as like a comedy scene, you know, it just gets taken away from them, or it was just a dream, or you know, whatever the case may be, something cliche like that. This man Dufeld is one of those moments. He got blue-balled. My boy has it in his hand. He's dreaming about it, man. He's like, yeah, this is the perfect chance, man. He's unwrapping it, son. He's thinking about what he's gonna do. And my boy lost it. All at once. He lost it. I don't know why I'm laughing, man. It's funny to me. It's the way that Oda drew it. This Capone greatness, man. Like, but I have to give a huge shout out to Pedro Spittle, bro. My boy is loyal. My boy is out here laying the smacketh down in the defensive category, man. In the defensive category, he is going in, bro. Like, this entire time, Big Father, I love that. I still love that name, by the way, man. Big Father is going in. And then we see that he just gets stuck out of nowhere. Because he has to remember that he's not only dealing with Pedro Spittle, he's also dealing with the legendary Katakuri himself as well. And Katakuri stuffs the cannons with mochi. And you're like, bro, it's genius. It's genius, especially in the world of One Piece, man. Like in any other world, something like this I would have complained about. But in the world of One Piece, something like this makes a lot of sense. Without power, this is their abilities here, folks. And you're like, yo, man, they're using that in order to stop the cannons. Like, it's genius. And then right here, Big Father's arms and legs were trapped in candy. So it's like all of these abilities that would seem like nothing. Like, that's why I love Oda's creativity, man. Because he uses these abilities in order to take out this gigantic castle that was about to go in. And Big Mom didn't even have to do anything. Her subordinates and her crew members came in there with their abilities, and the abilities into which were all made of basically, you know, candy and ingredients and whatnot. And it does this much from a defensive standpoint against a massive castle that's like a Gundam. And you're like, you have to be impressed, and you have to be in awe over the way that Oda uses the Devil Fruit abilities, man. It's amazing. So then right here, they're completely surrounded by the freaking crew of Big Mom, man. And, you know, just like the title states, you know, they're completely under siege now. But Brûlée, man. Brûlée can't, ever since the beginning of this arc, Brûlée can't catch a break, man. She truly can't. It makes me believe, like, Brûlée is gonna get out of this with, like, something amazing. Like just something that none of us are gonna even expect. Because she has been on the wrong end of the stick the entire time, bro. No matter what situation she's supported, she's always on the wrong end of the stick, man. But then we go inside of Big Father, and one particular thing that I wanted to touch upon, it was just a little cool instance for me, was whenever Brook states, the Yonko really are on a different level, aren't they? Like, it just shows how long Brook has been in the game, and, you know, how him going through so many things that he's gone through. Even though we still know him as being like as being scared of a couple different things, because at the end of the day he's still a living being, and that's something I love so much about Brook, is that Brook is still scared of so many things because he's still alive, but at the same time he has the type of that confidence to his personality, and all of that. Like for example, whenever he called her young lady, that comes from how much Brook has gone through in his lifetime, man. And how, you know, all that loneliness, all that darkness that he went through for so long. You know, a Yonko may be powerful, but my man was alone for 50 years. You know what I mean? Like he went through a lot. And for him to say a statement like that was truly awesome sauce to me, man. Like, the Yonko really are on a different level, aren't they? Like, he's respecting their strength, but he's not afraid of it. And to me, that is something very, very important, and that's something so awesome for Brook, man. It's cool how Brook and Jinbei are sitting next to each other in this panel, because those two guys are the MVPs of this arc, man, bar none, bro. Brook and Jinbei have been going in there like swimwear. But going back to the chapter, let's go ahead and just read off the rest of this rest of the dialogue here. Capone states, now this isn't the time for a calm chit chat. Damn it, haven't you figured that out yet? This castle is literally me. It's pretty sturdy, but it isn't impregnable. If this castle gets destroyed, I die. And if that happens, the castle disappears and you all get tossed outside as monster chow. Outside, hell awaits us. And if we don't get moving, hell will come for us. Get it? Understand our utter despair yet? And then Gangster Gastino states, hey, it's not my fault, okay, Beach? Those launchers are the most cutting edge you'll find in this world. And, oi, Beach, what the hell happened all of a sudden? Yo, look at Beach. Look at how shook he is, bro. We have never seen him this shook before. So they look outside, and Capone he knows before he even looks up. Big Mom has regained her senses, and she is hitting Big Father. I love how the castle is sweating. I love small stuff like that, man. I love how the castle is dripping sweat down its face because it's shook, bro. It is shook. Look at its eyes, bro. This is a freaking huge... This is a massive castle here, guys. A massive castle. And it's shook. It's sweating. And she states, every last one of you, get out here. I mean, she's reading her senses. She's ready to go into, like, swimwear. She's ready to pound all these guys down. Big Mom goes in there, destroys a piece of the castle, and she says, show yourselves, you bastards. Dear Father. Yo, and the more that gets taken out of Big Father, because Big Father's just a bigger version of Capone. And this, to me, is so cool. Because it's kind of like the way that a stand works. And, you know, where he gets injured, or where the castle gets injured, he gets injured as well. So it's like a big stand. And that, to me, is really, really awesome sauce. So then she states, you know, did you try to betray me? Beesh. Death to traitors. And of course we know that One Piece is on break next week. But man, dude, I'll tell you what, man. I love the way that Oda structured the chapter, because the way that he structured it is that we started it off with the same despair that we ended off with last chapter. But then we started seeing the Vinsmokes go in. Give me 1 second. We started seeing the Vinsmokes go in, man, having a couple awesome moments, you know, seeing them transform, go in and like swimwear, seeing Sanji grab hold of them, man, a lot of awesome feel-good moments, all of them making it inside the Big Father. You're like, okay, it's looking bright. But then out of nowhere, with no hesitation, everything just starts getting absolutely ridiculous again, because that is the way the situation should feel. We should feel like we have the upper hand at times, and then utter despair should follow, because that's just the way that the Yonko crew works. Like I stated before, with her subordinates, with Perospero and Katakuri, and hopefully Smoothie here in a little bit, we'll be able to put in some work as well. But mainly with those two right now, and their defensive capabilities, and how they've managed to utilize their double fruits, man, it's really, really impressive. Really, really impressive, especially against this massive castle. Really, really love how Capone's castle is just a bigger version of himself, man, and how if it dies, he dies, and how, you know, it kind of works like as a stand for him. Like, that stuff is really, really awesome to me, and it's so cool. But, man, dude, now I wonder. There's 3 things, you know, in this chapter that I wonder. Number 1, I wonder what the Vinsmokes are about to do, because Vinsmokes, I think they're gonna have a big role in how they get out of the situation, how the Straws get out of the situation. So I wonder what the Vinsmokes are gonna do. I wonder what the box falling down from the cake is going to have on the entire conflict, the entire situation that's going on hand. And the third one, and this is probably the most important, is how angry is Big Mom? Because that is the most important question, man. Because if Big Mom is about to go in, who is stopping her here? Who? We're gonna need something. Something is about to happen, bro. Something. Luffy. But the thing is, like, we need something. We need a miracle. We need something to happen here, folks. Big Mom is angry and she has it gripped. This is a one-on-one battle between Big Father and Big Mom. Pound has to show up, guys. Pound. This is the time for Pound to go in there, or for Pudding to do something, or someone needs to do something. Because they're not getting out of the situation. Big Mom has a grip on that castle. How are they getting out of it? I don't know. At this point, I have no idea. I don't see Beach sacrificing himself. I see them all making out of this alive. But how? The question is how. Like I said, the 3 things that I carry away into what's going to happen next chapter and from here on out. Vinsmokes have to play a role, especially after the way they were built up in this chapter. That was awesome, man. You know, it was... Oh, the transformation was so cool. And, you know, they got that awesome shine. So they got over, and I'm pretty sure that Oda did that on purpose so that they look strong, and then whenever they actually end up doing something, and that's going to help them get away from the situation, then it would actually seem believable. In terms of the box, I wonder how, you know, with the Tamasego Bako box actually falling down to the floor, what that's going to do. Because if that is, like... What is that going to do to the entire conflict of itself? Because we originally thought that whenever it opened, Big Mom was going to be the one to open it. But now that's changed. You know, unless the box sets off with the explosives, and it completely explodes, and thus it causes everything to fall. And in that case, and whenever everything does fall, it'll catch everybody off guard, and then that'll give them that chance to scram. But I don't know. And then number 3, how angry is Big Mom? Because an angry Big Mom is a scary Big Mom. You know, Even if I was one of her own crew members, I'd be scared of the situation at this point. She's regaining her senses. Well, but still, man, even with her senses, you know, that's Big Mom. You know, she's strong. So I am wondering how they're gonna get out of the situation, man. But another awesome sauce of a chapter, and I really enjoyed this week's chapter, man. Like I said, the hype was real. When I read this chapter, I was marking out, man. A lot of fun, really big, expressive panels this week, and then towards the latter half of the chapter, there was more dialogue. But for a lot of the chapter, the art spoke for itself, man. It was action louder than words in this week's chapter of One Piece. We had a lot of pages to where there was no dialogue. It was just straight up freaking awesome sauce. And I loved that. I loved that how Oda balanced that this week, and it produced some really beautiful panels, really awesome wallpaper-worthy stuff, and I'm just truly excited to see what's about to happen here in the next couple chapters of One Piece, specifically those 3 things that I stated. But if you have some comments for what do you think is about to happen down below, just go ahead and put them down below, man. We'll talk about them on a few future episodes of the Recon's Piece, or whenever we can. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, or on the next video for One Piece, man. And thank you very much for being patient with me, man. I know it was selfish of me to not only read the chapter by myself, but to also take this week off, man, and then come back with this video, man. But if you did enjoy it and you have made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate it, and I do hope to see you guys next time. And once again, I do apologize for not being able to do a live reaction, but I just couldn't help myself, man. The One Piece greatness was available, and I had to read it right there while I was having an awesome breakfast. But aside from that, guys, I will see you guys next time, and have an awesome day. And remember that the One Piece greatness is GOAT, and will always be the GOAT.